So good evening all. We are going to have a today's live session on psychology today. And if you have any doubts related to psychology, if you have any queries related to mental health, you can ask us. You can comment on us. So we'll be explaining you how to come over this pandemic period with balancing your mental health and physical health. So it will be a great opportunity for us to interact with you people, and we are ready to guide you for your better life. So if you have any queries, you can post your comments over here so that we can give you the guidance related to it, and we can process this live session for you people. We are here to guide you. So if you have any doubts related to psychology, you can ask us. We are ready for you to give an answer which will be helpful for you people. So nowadays the pandemic period, with many people have lot of issues with how to overcome the stress, how to overcome this depression. All these problems will be raising because we are sitting inside one room with four walls, are not able to go out for the any of our works or any kind of meeting peoples. Nothing is raising happening. So all the people get depressed more than if this days or prolongs more than a month or a week, something like that. Everybody get depressed. It's a common issue. So during this time, the people has to do certain kind of activities which you are more interested. Like it can be any creative manners, or it can be any mind oriented puzzles, or whatever it is you can practice. You can keep on practicing it, and you can find out any innovative ideas in your interesting field. It can be any games, or it can be any part of any stitching works, art and crafts. All these kinds of things can be done, so which will be helpful for you to utilize the time with precious. All these things will be happening, so you can get more of diversions from negative aspects, which will help you to maintain your mental and physical health balance within you. So this may create lot of interest. You can find out your own interest. There is a time to analyze yourself and bring back your originality or original personality. All these things, they you have a lot of time to bring back yourself, where you are lacking. All these kinds of things can be brought in this particular duration of time. You have a lot of time to think about yourself, realize about yourself, rearrange yourself, your thought pattern, your mental health, physical health, all these things, what your body and mind requires. You can take over it and you can practice on it. Then you can come into a normal routine life. There may be a small discussion between your family members. There may be any quarrels between your family members. You have a lot of time to sit and discuss with your partner members or any of your family members. You can have a lot of time to bring about lot of innovative ideas for the problems to solve it by this duration. Then after this lockdown, your family will get close to each other. You have a lot of time to have time with each other. All these things can happen. So all these things nowadays, the parents are feeling very difficult to handle this children first of all. So during this period, the students or children, they are so what to say, they'll be so naughty, so they won't be listening to the parents or elderly people. All these problems they will be facing it. So how to handle this students are like, you can, other than the studies period, give some teachings in interesting field which your children's like. It may be any music, or it may be any singing, or it may be related to any sports. Ask them to watch certain interesting field which they want to progress in their life. It may be related to any games or anything. Ask them to learn their rules and regulations about the games. Ask them to gain knowledge related to the games, where it is happening, where does the games evolve, or what are the evolutions of the games, where does it born from, where it is at present, what are these sports related things is happening, or how many members. All this general basic knowledge related to their interest field. So other than books, other than studies, all this general knowledge based, they can gain it. After that, they can pursue in their interest field. All these things can happen. So if you give a time to analyze their field of interest, it will be helpful. It will be balanced. They will have all the parents and the students or a son or daughter, everybody will have the equal understanding between the family. Nowadays, the family members are not having time to sit and talk with each other because all are in a stressful state, all are in the state of depression. All these things are happening. So they are not giving more importance to the family circle. So they are not having a lack. There is a lack of understanding, lack of what to say, comfort zone within this four walls. So when you people, if you talk about it, if you have a time, at least a day, morning 10 minutes or evening 10 minutes before you go to bed, sit with your children, sit with each other, and discuss the positive aspect, what you find out within your family, the positive aspect of your husband, positive aspect of your wife, positive aspect of your children, positive aspect of your relative members. All these things, when you talk, this is the time to sit and talk about it. When you talk all these kinds of things, the day will go positive, more vibrance, more of love, affection, every kinds of emotion will be poured out with from each individual. So when you sit and talk with each people, you will find out lot of ideas, lot of thought process, lot of thought patterns. You will get into this solution of or any kind of rectification, it can be any kind of forgiveness, or all these kinds of things can be sorted out in this pandemic period. When this pandemic period is over, you won't get this golden opportunity. So sit and talk with your people, or to talk or discuss, to find out what is their best quality within themselves, what is the developing qualities, what they require to develop, where they are lacking. All the sorts of negativity and positive aspects can be rectified during this period. So kindly people, you utilize this time in useful manner to develop your bond between the family members, which will help to really run in this pandemic period to have a healthy and safety life. So when you all have these kind of things, you will enjoy, you will rejuvenate your feelings, you will rejuvenate the time which you spend. It is a golden memories which after 10 years or 5 years or even a 1 month, you will, when you recall it, you can find it out lot of the positivity whenever you are lacking. When you think back on these moments, all these moments will cherish and give you a positivity and give you a kind of lot of energy to whenever you show up in your progress of life. When you think about these plus or minus, you when you think about the time which you had spent during this pandemic period, all these things can bring you a kind of energy that will boost up or motivate you for further life. Or any time of dull, or any time of you feel bad, you can find out lot of changes. When you think this positivity, or when you think about these periods, you will get energy, then you work on, then you move on to the further level. So all these golden times will make you to move further in a stronger aspect, where you don't need to doubt yourself, where you don't need to put down yourself or criticize yourself. Always you can move on when you think about this all this positive period of time. So when you have all these kinds of things, you can enjoy your remaining time in your life. So all these things are only lacking this period, because when you're in the work schedule, you're not able to sit and strong your relationship or strong your family bond. So this is a great opportunity where we have time, even though it has been 1 year or 2 years. Now also we have strong enough time to sit and have a time with your family members, other than using your gadgets, other than using your television or whatever it is. You keep on having time, spend the time, because always mother only have a time to sit and talk to their children. Now it's a time for the father aspect, as per relatives also have a time to sit and talk with their children, find out where they are lacking. As from the father's aspect, you can find out the children's lacking area, and you can give your own guidance. This is the right time to sit and guide your children, nurture your children for their better life. You can find now itself what is their plus, what they want to admire, what they want to learn, where they want to travel, all these sorts of things you can bring it out, and you can find it out, and you can plan accordingly as a calendar and take your children out to gain more knowledge, to gain more satisfaction in their life, so they won't have much time to spend with gadgets. If you do this all kinds of things, when you do it together, the child will try to have time with family other than having time with gadgets. The lacking of this family time, the children are getting addiction to the games where they want to kill. That is the negative aspect of games. There is no positive like puzzles or Sudoku. They are not playing. They are all playing games which is killing others, or they are fighting with others. All these negative impacts will create a negative aspect, or shows the negative role of personality in future. Now it is not possible. In future, they may try to show it out at any moment of time. We may not find out when they are going to show, when they are going to pour it out. All these things we cannot say at any moment it may cause. At that moment, you don't want to put down yourself in front of others. So try to be with your children always. Try to have time with your children always, which will help your family bonding stronger and stronger and stronger. That gives you a strong foundation in a family where there won't create any kind of misunderstanding within you. You can have a lot of discussion within you. So that will help you better further. So these kinds of things only nowadays it's lacking. So kindly, it's a humble request as a psychologist, we request you elder people, if that student is or children are not ready to sit with the family, first you as a family, you and the husband or wife both sit together, talk about the positive funny moments that has been happened any year before, or 10 year or 15 years before, whatever. You keep on start talking within yourself, automatically the child may trigger herself to come and sit with the parents and talk about the topics which they want to discuss or which they want to express it to you. So that may help you to generate further process in their future. So you don't need to worry for it. It's a golden time. Have it and you can enjoy it. So there are basic steps which where the people or children want to increase their power of concentration. They can do the certain exercise like brain gym or brain yoga, and there can be a certain level of concentration process. Like you give some what to say multi-grams, which is like green grams, red grams, all these things. Put to 3 varieties of grams, put it in one box, and ask them to separate it. So these kind of things may increase, or this may create a diversion from there. These kind of things may create a diversion, all these things. So after that, they can give us some kind of brain gym exercise, like putting like the sit-ups, like in the multiples of 7, tables of 7, 7 into 7, 14, 21. All these things can stimulate the level of concentration. It gives you a level of understanding. It may helps the student to increase their level of identity, level of concentration to themselves. So which will give a increase in interest in studies, or interest in what to say studies, or interest in whatever subject they are interested, all these things. So the students nowadays, they are not liking the subject, they are very interested to study certain subject. The students, those who are lacking interest in their studies, they can go for a mannerism of preparing. On the morning time, they can study for 10 minutes an interesting subject, then they can study 20 minutes with disinteresting subject, then 10 minutes gap, then again 20 minutes, then 10 minutes gap. If they follow these kind of mannerism, they may create an interest in their subject. They can create, because when the mind is set with the interesting subject, after that, whatever subject you study, that may transform the disinterest subject to an interesting subject. So this will be very helpful for you parents. It's a simple technique. You don't need to effort. You don't need to do a financial effort. You don't need to do anything. Just a simple technique. Ask them to study the 10 minutes of interesting subject, 20 minutes of non-interesting subject. So all these things, the mind will change. When they bring into a regular practice, that may change the people's mentality, that may create an interesting subject, all the subject may transform into an interesting subject, so all your children can shine up very well, they can get a better result, they can enjoy the studies other than enjoying games. So there will be a balance of equal importance in games as well as their spiritual as well as anything in studies. So all these will be balanced. If all are in balanced state, the parents may have a better experience to share their children's academic, sports and spiritual, all these things, the parents will be very happy. So these are all the basic techniques where you can learn, where you can teach, where you parents also can change in any aspect whichever you are not liking. Do a 10 minutes process of your liking as activity, then go for a disliking activity that may brings a change, that may gives a better result. So there is liking and dislikes, there will be always present, but the mind may change you to a negative aspect. Don't go beyond your mind. You give a command to your mind and thoughts, you give command to yourself, because the mind and body is an inner part, we are only visualizing the outer part. So we have to give the comments, we have to react to the emotions and feelings, or we have to react to the activity which is happening outside. So we are the deciding authority to our physical and mental health. So kindly think about it. Don't go beyond the thought process, don't go beyond your body activity. If you want to eat, if you feel like eating, you give a command that I want to eat, or I want to eat like this. If you keep on commanding and you start your activity by commanding yourself, then only you can come out of all these kinds of stress reactions, depressions, all these negative impacts in your, which is affecting the mental and physical health. So during this period, the people are very lacking in their work, or all these kinds of things may happen. So when you all have this activity of these kind of things, when you do it, it will be much better. You may feel progress in your personal life and social life. Then nowadays there is a lack of misunderstanding and there is a lack of abuse in the materialistic world. Like you have a alcohol consumption more, smoking consumption will be more, all these things, there is a problem in the social bond. So the friends, if you want to try to change yourself, there will be a lacking. If you want to try to come out of, you won't have a that much of motivation within you, which may not trigger you to come out of the issue. So if you want to come out of the issue, change the or alter the group people where you don't want to pursue with that people. When you alter it, you can change yourself, you can come it out with your better, and you can have a peaceful family life. Don't waste your energy in having that kind of activities. There is a golden family life where you are all living with children, wife, your relatives, all these things are happening. So think about them. When you have a thought about your family, there won't be any distraction to go and addict to your negative impacts like what, drinking alcohol, smoking, all these things will not never happen. So kindly think about your family, give more importance to your family than giving your importance to the addiction. So one example, when I say, when you we have two hands, okay, in these two hands, if you focus, one side is your family, one side is your alcohol, take the both hands and keep it in one aspect as family. When you think about, when you keep the aspect as a family in front of your eye, the bottle will break, the family will bond, will break the negative impact which you feel, which you want to have it, which you want to give more importance to, that that will break. That is the main concept that is lacking in the family members, lacking in the social group. So when you all do these kinds of things, when you give more importance to your personal life than the addiction, you can come out of these issues very soon. So these are all the basic and simple techniques where it will be helpful for you. You don't need to waste your lot of financial energy or your physical energy, all these things. It's all basic tips, basic ideas where the people are not able to find out their alternate source. So as a psychologist, I am guiding with small tips where you can have it, where you can do the regular practice. That regular practice may bring you a lot of changes within you, that gives you a lot of ideas, that may give you a lot of impacts or insights within you, that may alter your personality from before and now. So When you are living in the present, have it in the present, live in present. That is the main major thing. Don't look for the past, don't look for the future. Live in the present, have a present life. So when you do it, keep on repeating it. When you want to achieve a success in your life, have it like that. I have achieved it. I have done something to it. So when you do it in the past tense, that may trigger yourself that you have not achieved. You have to achieve it. You have to achieve it as soon as possible. That gives you a trigger. So according to the trigger, the person can move further in their ideology to get success, to get achievement in their life. All these things will be happening. So when you do it in the present or future, there is a time period. You can do now, you can do tomorrow, you can do next month or next year or after 15 years. Why you want to do at present? That is a thought gives by your inner body or inner soul or inner mind or inner thought passes. All these things will stimulate that why you want to do, why you want to urge yourself. All the negative impacts will be ringing in your mind. So during this period, think about it and have a thought of past tense, then talk about it and keep on mentioning the statement in the past tense, and you can do the further. There will be a stimulation in a further process. You can get a better than before. So these are all the simple techniques which you can all follow and get success in your life. When this process is achieved, the if you are trying to achieve the individual will change the environment will change the nation will change the universe. This is the cycle reaction where we have to understand the basic concept of this world and a basic concept of this life. Life is only a chain reaction. If we support the individual will support the society will support the nation will support the universe. All these kinds of things will be taking place. This is all the basic concept where I want to discuss about it for this psychology session. Thank you so much. We are all waiting for your feedbacks and comments. We will be answering accordingly. Thank you so much. Thank you.